You guys got more work to do, but just to advance you to round two, just what does it mean, and to get it done in 5 games?
Yeah, obviously, you have a goal every round, and it's to play at your best and take control of moments and be big when opportunities present themselves, like tonight. And there's so much experience in this room, a lot of guys that have been there and been through it, and realize the importance of closing out series when you have that opportunity. So guys did a great job. Even when they scored early, you could sit back, but we didn't. We just continued to push and get better as the game went on. And obviously Bob came up huge a few times to keep us in it at the right moments, and it was great overall effort from the group.
Your line in particular, a ton of points, Luostarinen 4 points. Just what did it mean for your line in particular to be so impactful in a game 5 like this?
Yeah, it's big. Every when you go through a run, every line is going to have a moment where they come up big, and that's what you want. It's what you expect, and it's just every game you try to have your best effort, and hopefully one night is our turn, one night it's Barkey's line, one night it's Benny's line, and the other night it's Sturmey's line, and the D are chipping in all the way around, and obviously Bobo comes up big all the time. So you try to be as best as you possibly can, and everyone steps up at one point or another, and that's what makes a very good team is the depth, and you rely on that, and you trust each other, and so obviously you hope it goes your way, but I've said it before, there's so much that needs to go right to win games at this time of year and to move on and around. But we had some bounces at the right time, and got the first one done.
With that two in particular, just what have you learned about him over the past month or so since you guys became line mates?
They are very, very skilled players, and they. I think we play very similar, where we play pretty direct, and they see the ice really well, really good around the net, really good at making little plays. Obviously skate very well, forecheck well, but they play both sides of the puck really good defensively and in the right position a lot of times. And when you have that, you create turnovers, create opportunities off of that. And I think now the more we communicate about where we want to go with those pucks and how we want to support each other, we just seem to be building more and more chemistry as the days go on. But they're great players, and I've been on the other end of it. I've seen the way they play and how they come up in big moments, and they did it again tonight.
Speaking of being on the other end, you've experienced how hard it is to handle this team coming in waves and the pressure they put on. What is it like to be on the other side of that and see how hard it is to?
Yeah, it's fun. This team is an extremely hard-working team, and I appreciate it more after being in the room and seeing the work that goes into it. Obviously, when you play against it, it's not fun, and it's frustrating at times, and they come at waves, and they just continue to come at you. And now being here and understand, like I said, the way that we practice every day and what's being pushed, and the detail and structure that guys have every day, I have a lot more respect for it and understand, why they do it, the way they talk about it in the room, and how we play. It's very easy to buy into, and like I said, it's a lot of fun to be part of.
Thanks, guys. Thank you very much.